Welcome to this afternoon's after school club. No, it's kind of weird to say afternoon, after school club. But anyways, I am Ruth. I'm part of D Space. D Space is like a tech library in Omaha. So if you're not from the area, I might refer to some things that you don't know about because it's about the area. But if this is your first time watching After School Club, you can always check us out at dospace.org after school club. In fact, I can go to the website here right now on stream. I go to the website and then click after school club. And if you don't know anything about it, you can just go here and see what's about. Mondays we got Design It, where we feature some design techniques for kids, coding for kids on Tuesdays, and making engineering on Wednesdays for kids. And on Thursdays we have local college of University of Nebraska. STEMstars show up and stream, and they show some cool stuff and have us, like have kids make a cool project with them. So if you are watching on Facebook or on Twitch, you can always interact with me on either with a comment on Facebook or Twitch, and we can talk and chat, just hang out, or if you got questions, you can ask right away. Okay, so getting started here, last week, we learned how to use AppLab. Today, we're gonna, and for the next few weeks, we're actually gonna learn how to not use, but learn how to design for apps. And the light just turned off. I'll be right back. Weird how we haven't really solved problem for that yet. But yeah. So before I go in, well, actually, I can just go into tryout for AppLab. AppLab is on code.org. And you just look up AppLab. And you can just sign in. Sorry, my throat's kind of a little dry here. There we go. You have a little app thing on the side here, and we went over how to program for it. But first thing we gotta do is design our app. Now, when you first start making a project for yourself to learn something, if you're a young child and you don't know much about that, that's fine. If you want to make an app, we're just gonna go on. You'll see soon how to just get started on that. But if you're older, I don't know, like fourth, fifth grade and up, sometimes you want to design your own thing. Like you want to create your own game with its own rules and with own characters and design your own characters and stuff. You could do that with apps too and mobile development too. But we need to come up with a plan here. And I have Padlet just to draw some things here. But what our goal is to make a game where you tap on the screen as fast as you can in 10 seconds. And it tells you how many times you tapped in 10 seconds. That's it. That's all it's gonna be. So when you're learning something new and want to design a cool project for it, we're gonna start really, really small. Don't start with a really big project where you're like, I want to make a dress up game where people can dance, or I want to make the next Fortnite, or I want to make the next Rocket League or next Minecraft, and you don't know anything about how to start making that. First you want to learn maybe some game design stuff, but right now that's a really, really, really big project. You gotta start with small parts. Instead of starting with all Minecraft, you just start figuring out how to get text to show up on the screen first, and after that you move on to getting text to move around the screen, and so on and so on. So that's what we're gonna do here. So we're, I'm gonna type what we're making. We're making a clicker. It's more of like a tap game, but clicker game on phone. And you got 10 seconds to tap as fast as you can on the screen. After time is up, the screen tells you, well, more like the app tells you how many times you tapped the screen. That's our main thing we're designing here. Small little project. Start with really small little thing. Like you can still design whatever you want. Just start really small first, and that's okay. Like if you're like that's okay. It doesn't feel like you're getting your big, like awesome project done. Like you might, like, I don't know, it might seem too big and you can always save it for later. Like, always keep it around so you can, like, work on it when, like, you're ready. But it's really good to start with a lot of small projects first so you don't get super overwhelmed and stressed out by, like, learning this new thing and feeling all the pressure. Oh, I gotta get this done. And then eventually you just don't do it at all. That happens to me all the time. For the grown-up world, we call that out of scope. With younger, like, you wanna, yeah, keep things small and fun, and then make it like as you learn more skills, make that project bigger and bigger and bigger as it goes. Because you know the small parts at first are really hard, but later on they're like super easy to do because you already know how to do it. Okay, so we got this here. That's our main goal. What we're doing. And then I'm gonna draw. They changed this part. There it is, drawing. Okay, so we got a square. Okay, so my main idea there, here's the, I'm just like trying so hard. I'm trying a square. It's not gonna be the best square ever. Okay, well, I got a square here. And then maybe for the first screen, we got instructions saying tap fast. And then there's like this little happy face or cookie. Do you like tap a lot? And then like I think I want to do a score at the end, but no, just that. That's the first screen. Tells you what to do. And then drawing after that. You know, after you tap really fast, like it pulses in and out as you tap. Just kind of trying to illustrate that there. And then after that, so I'm designing what I think what each screen does here is what I'm doing. So you don't have to design it the way I'm doing. I'm just making it super quick, super simple. Like you can totally do something like you just have the word tap fast and nothing shows at all, or you can have something really intricate or have a button, various things like that. So you just think I'm just designing what's going to go on each screen. So it looks like I'm designing 2 screens, 3 screens, most likely. This is the last screen. And like maybe the face is really happy. And then it tells you score like 100 times and then maybe a play again. I'm gonna play again here just in case someone wants to start over instead of turning on and off of the app here. Again, if you just join us, this is After School Club of G Space Omaha. We are a tech library, and you can always interact with us on chat or on, well, Facebook comments or Twitch chat. And also, if you're really interested in winning a $20 gift card on the Twitch side of this, let me get this up here. On the Twitch side of this, we have Streamlabs here. Not Streamlabs. We have like a little comment that shows up. I'm gonna type survey. There we go. And it says, please take a moment to fill out a program survey, restraint, you know, blah, 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 and use the survey, and you enter a chance to win a $20 gift card. I don't know if they can post on the Facebook side yet, but you can check our Twitch channel out to get that. It'll still be up by the time you switch over there. Yeah, so 100 play again, right here, close. So I think that's pretty good on the design side. Got my screen here, it says tap fast, and you tap really fast, and then, oh, it didn't save, but I know what it's gonna look at. Yeah, so you just design how you want to have that game play out. So now I'm going back to Streamlab. I got screen 1. I'm just going to keep it named screen 1. But I'm gonna change the background color. I'm gonna change it to a light blue. You can change it whatever color you want. You can always do it through screen. So I'm on CodeLab, code.org, went to CodeLab on code.org. I'm on design right now, and I'm just changing the background of my screen here. So we're designing a clicker app here. I need a little bit of instructions here. So I'm just grab a label for right up here. And then possibly an image right here. So I'm just gonna look up an image, probably like cartoon. I don't know, what do you guys think I should put in a minute? Like cartoon, parrot, or bunny. Bunny PNG. I'm searching PNG so it's transparent. You can make other suggestions. I really like this one for some strange reason. It doesn't look like a true PNG based on looking to the background. So I'm not gonna go with that one because it's actually not a PNG. Or this angry bunny. Okay, I'm hoping. I am hoping. It's a JPEG. How about transparent? I still don't believe this one right here. I'm gonna save the image anyway, but it's probably one of those. Images that don't have a transparent. It says JPEG, so that's not it. This one. Save image as, it's a JPEG. Nope, JPEG isn't transparent. How about this little happy bunny? JPEG. This one here. Save image. There we go. PNG. That took a bit. Hopefully it's a real PNG. I'm gonna open it up. It's not a real PNG because of the background. This is a little. This part should be the easiest. That's not a real PNG. I don't want to spend most of my time just to try to find a picture of the transparent background. Oh, maybe? Maybe? Hopefully? If not, I'll just stick with it, to be honest. Okay, back over here. So the reason why I was looking for that is because I was looking for a picture, because you can't actually draw in here, so you have to draw in a different program and add it in. So I have this little image thing here. I click on it, I get little properties. I can change things here. I'm gonna choose upload file, go to where I saved it. Okay, good. Upload, oh wait, choose. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. So I got a little bunny right here. Yeah, I think that's centered. Okay, and now I'm gonna change the text right here. I have to do it through the properties box in the middle. So I'm gonna say tap screen as fast as you can. And I'll just stick that way, and then I'm just gonna change the center. So yeah, you can just have fun as you go. We got a properties box here. Last week I went over how to use AppLab. And you know, I'm focusing more on design for upcoming weeks. Put that right here. Should I make it black text? Maybe? I change this. There we go. I could spend some time to make it pretty. You can too. It's just I'm down on a time limit. You guys are not. It's up to what you're doing here. So it's a little bounding box. But again, it's like, make sure you read what all these boxes say, and you want to make a modification to anything, you click on it, and you look onto the properties. Okay, so maybe I need to make that a little bit bigger, about 36. There we go. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is click on the screen right here. And I could make a new screen, but I just want this stuff here again anyways. So I'm just gonna click duplicate. And here we go, we got another screen of this. And then I'm gonna change this to gone. Because as you start, no, this would be okay, I have a better idea. So 0. And then I'm gonna create a another label here. Actually delete that one and duplicate this one so it matches. All right there, grab that one. You know, I'm just gonna make it a lot easier and just say score. I was gonna type, you tapped this many times, and I'm like, nah, just score. Score. Like that. And then button right here that says play again, question mark. Here we go. And I'm gonna change the color of this. I'm gonna make it white like the bunny and then the gray outline. Here's the outline. Here it is. And then the text color can be black. So there's these tiny little squares next to all the parts with color they can click on, and you can drag, hold left click down, and drag around here to change it. Here we go. So that's screen 1 and screen 2. So screen 1, screen 2. So you can't see it right now, but my face is like covering a run now button. Like in fact, they put this on the side here, like this. You can see the run button at the bottom of that little virtual device. So I click run. You see the first screen right here. Of course, I don't have anything to go next screen, but we're done designing now. Now we're now going to the coding part. Now, we have coded on Tuesdays, so I'm not going to explain too much of the coding, but if you copy what I do, you should be able to do the same stuff. But I will explain some things, the logic here. So think about what we designed so far. We just got our screens going. So what you need to make is a function where if I tap the screen, I need a function for a timer, and I need a function for counting how many times I tap the screen here. So I'm gonna try multiple of those. And I have another thing I need to open over here. Okay. Screen 2. So we got a score 0. We need something as we tap the screen, this number goes up. And then we need like a timer. And here we could have the timer show up. It's up to that. But you can add a timer, figure out a timer to that. A lot of times you don't know how to do something. You can tap like app lab timer, like so, and you'll find a forum about how to design a timer. And people have like answers for different ways to tackle that problem. There's no one way to code anything. Just, you could do various things. So first thing I'm going to code in here is score. Because if you know something about coding, definitely check out Coded on Tuesdays and Kid Coder on Tuesdays to learn these things here. But we always want to start with our variables. And for a variable, it's just a thing that holds data for us. We do have data in here, and that's the data of the score. So we can't really do anything with the score unless we have like some type of code way to interact with it. So I have var x right here, and I'm going to change it to score. And I'm going to set it to 0. So that's our variable. Var stands for variable. Score equals 0 there. And then got that there. So next part is probably to make the score go up as I tap the screen. Problem though, I don't have the screen tapping function at all. So I probably need to do that. So I'm gonna, okay, here's another cheat in here. To go to design here. And if I want a function with a specific element on my screen, I can click on it on the design side. And then in the middle right here, you see events. I click on events. So I'm thinking as you tap the screen, I'm interacting with the bunny here. So I chose bunny, going to events, and there's this little thing that says click, triggered when image is clicked with a mouse or a tap on the screen. Insert and show code. Oh, look at that! Ain't that nice? It just, goes in there. So I just added a few things here. So I'm just gonna click run, and it says I click the image all the way to the bottom. It's really small, but it's a little console saying it was clicked as a little test. There. So yeah, we got that in there. Another thing, when you're trying to like add things to do stuff, I'm gonna zoom in here so it's easier to see. There we go. This says on event image 1 click. So the first one is the ID of the object. So over here, it says image 1. I talked a little bit about IDs last week. So image 1 right there, and then click. So I can actually change the event to something else if I wanted to. Console.log is just things that prints to the console at the bottom here. Okay, so I got click in here. I probably want some kind of feedback to tell people it's working. And if you think about other programs, sometimes it's like something flashing on the screen, maybe it's highlighting, or like the hover over different things. Like my cursor turns into a hand icon, so I know that's clickable. So that's a thing here. So what I'm gonna do here is change the size of the bunny. And to do that, I can go to UI controls because it's something with the image here. UI stands for user interface. And I'm looking for size. Set size, set size. There we go, set size. And I can click that and just drag it on there. Click the element, image 1. There's another thing I need to do here. I need to get the width and height. Because if I click play now, oh, it shrinks really tiny. If I do that. So, now back to code. Image 1. So it's width and height, and I got that from my design there. And okay, so when you're coding, you got to think about an event when you're clicking on the thing and an event when you're not clicking on the thing. And that's usually called mouse up and mouse down. So mouse down is when the button's pressed, mouse up when it's not pressed. It's the same thing with a click. So when mouse is up, it's regular size. And can I copy this? No, I can't. Just gonna go back to design, events, insert and show code. There you go. So it's another set of that. And then I'm gonna do mouse up. So when it's off the screen. So what I'm going for here is I'm designing for when the screen is tapped, it grows big, and when you stop tap, it goes tiny, big, tiny, big, tiny. I mean, I could do a thing where like it changes colors too, or I can do, let's see our options here. I can change the position. There's the colors. I could change the picture. I can make a sound play as I tap on the screen. I can, let's see what else I can do. I can add some text that pops up on the screen every time tap. There's so many things that you guys can do on your own here. So I'm going back to set size again. Adding it here. Going with, what was it? Image 1. That's what it was. Image 1 and 365 by 370. I'm just increasing it by 100. So there we go. Oh, look at that. It's giant now. So that might be a little too big. I'm okay with that. But there's a problem here. I click on the screen and it's not working. It's because if you look closely here, both of these say mouse up. So I'm going to change for a mouse down here. Run. Oh, it's still mouse up. What am I doing? Mouse down. There we go. Run. There we go. So now I tap on the screen, it grows bigger. Now I could work on a thing where it makes it stay in the center as I click on that. You could do that with a little thing with X, Y, setting the positions, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just learning here. What I am going to do here is switch this to 305. No, 315. Because I'm just doing 50 instead of just making it not grow too big. So 550 plus 70 is 120. So it'll be 320. So run. There we go. That's not as outrageous. Still kind of long. So I'm just going to subtract 10. Or maybe I can just make it 300. And this is just 5 less, so 295. And there you go. That's only a little bit. There we go. Now we got that going. Got a mouse up, mouse down. But we need a... So we got our click thing. We were talking about our score earlier. So we want to add score as we tap on the screen, right? So we made a function here. Tap on the screen. So again, we don't know anything about coding. You want to think through how your program is going through your logically, like through the logic of how things work in the background. Like think about you're eating a cookie, you eat a cookie. But you gotta think about steps. First, you gotta find cookies, and then you gotta open the package, and then you have to reach your hand out and grab it, and then put it in your mouth, and then chew. So programming's like that. Like, well, designing's like that too. So as we're thinking here, as tap screen, we increase score by 1. So that's what we're going to do here. That's through variables. And I'm just going to do, so I can just have the name of the variable. Yep, there we go. And then I'm going to do that as, you know, the screen is tapped here. Just need that. I'm going to type score equals 1. But there's a problem here. As I click on this, score is going to stay at 1. I won't know that until I see another screen that tells me the score changed. But I'm going to change it. You'll see later. I'm going to do that next. So let's say I did it right. Click on the screen, score adds under the event when I click on the button. So here's the next thing here. I'm going to go to screen 2. Remember that 0 I had earlier? That right there. I want that to basically show the score number. So I'm going to design, click on this label, insert and show code. And that is, it's really good to name labels. There it is, that one right there. But I'm not going to do a click at all. I mean, you'll see soon here, but I have that reference now. And there's a thing under controller here. You get timers on here. So I'm going to set a timer. And you notice as I drag it in, it's kind of blue around it. And I could do this. I'm just having this here for a reference. So not always when you click and insert code, you get what you're looking for. That's only if you want like an event where you click on the screen or you hover over it or get the text from it. So that always works out. So I'm actually going to delete this, but I'm going to keep it here because I'm remembering it's labeled 2. Okay. And so I wanted to change the score after the time runs out. That's what I want to do. So to do that, it's something to do with text. So set text right here. There we go. And I'm gonna name it label 2. Again, you can totally rename these labels to like time, score, various other things like that. And then I have text right here. So I created the variable score. I can just type score right in there. And that changes as that. But another problem here. So I play. So I'm clicking a lot. And nothing's happening. No score is coming up. So you see set time right here, the last thing on here, there's a comma and it has 1,000. So that's like 1 second. It's in milliseconds. So over 1 second it will change that, but I need to go to another screen. That's what I need to do next here. Go to another screen. So under UI control, scroll down. So anything in yellow, you want to set screen. Oh, there it is, set screen. Dragging it up here, set screen to screen 2. And now I can delete that. Okay, so after a second, it will set me to screen 2. Okay, clicking really fast. Oh, score is 1. Play again. Oh, yeah, that's not working either. I'm gonna try again. Click buttons fast again. Only 1. There's that problem before. Score equals 1. It's not adding to it. So if we want to add to it, you need math. And then I need a plus here. Score equals 1 plus 1. But that's just going to get me 2, right? So I click run. Okay, I got 2. But it looks like I clicked way more than 2 times. 2 again. Nope, that's not what we need. What we could do is type score plus 1. Come on. Let me get in there. Score plus 1. So what that is that's taking score and adding it to itself. Now click run. And click, oh, there we go. 5 times. Going as fast as I can. Oh, 7. The number's changing now. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna add here is probably, you're designing here. Make this go to start over. So I'm just gonna design. Go to screen 2. Click on that. Insert and show code. Right there. And there we go. Unbutton, click. I wonder if there is something here about like ending and starting over. I guess we could just try set screen. Because they're thinking we're changing back to screen 1, but there's another issue. So run. Play again. And it's not changing back because we already had the timers like reset. So I need to find something in here because I haven't used, I guess, this before. Where you can reset. I don't know if it can reset. Can it? I don't think it would be on our variables. Function? I don't think you can. So I don't know how to do that. I'm going to look it up. App lab how to reset app. Let's see what people say. Reset the game. That's not what I'm looking for. Here? This isn't evident. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, we just need to do that one last thing. Like I said, I don't know. How to... Oh, I misspelled something. How to start over. Maybe reset app? Not reset. I want restart. Restart app. Something like that. I don't want to reset. I want to restart. Okay, I have another way to do this. Okay. So I could do a thing called Boolean to design this. There's also a bunch of different ways to do this. So I'm going to name a variable here. How this is going to work is basically I'm going to say, hey, the game, it's like totally on right now, and then I say like, hey, we're done with the game, can we start it over? And then the thing says, yes, you can start it over, but we're going to turn the thing true, saying, hey, if the game is started, set false, and if it's false, you may play again. So I'm just going to name this variable restart. Actually, it's not a variable, it's a boolean. Can I not do booleans? Oh man, I don't think they let you do booleans. So I'm gonna switch to show text here. Can I do a boolean? Boolean restart equals false. There we go. Will it let me do that? Uh-oh, might not be able to do it that way. App lab boolean. Boolean is just a start and stop thing. Okay, I have another way to do this. This goes more, okay, no, I don't have to do it. It goes way more into coding logic stuff, but what I was going to do for those who know how to code a little bit is that I was going to set a variable to like restart to like 1. And after like it sets through here, I was going to put an if statement through here saying to set that variable restart back to 0. And if that thing equals 0, it will go back to this again. And after it finishes, reset the 0 back to the start. That sets the 1, and this sets a 0, restart back to 1. Yeah, so that's just for those. But since there isn't a really nice way to do it, and we're not really focusing too much on coding, I'm just going to go to this and delete it. There you go, and run. Look, it's fast again. Oh, hey, 6. Okay, so do you want to make it longer? You can go down to set timeout right there and just run it again. And you can add whatever time you want. Just remember it's milliseconds. If you don't know what milliseconds is, you can like Google it and just say seconds to milliseconds, and it'll change. What? 6. It's not good. So score to 0. Score equals score plus 1. Image clicked. 2, set to score. I'm going to click it once. Oh, yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. Run, click. I clicked once. I'm just trying to see if this works. So sometimes our program doesn't work and we need to fix it. 1, okay. Start again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, 2. That's weird. What could that be? Maybe it's something to do with my label here. So I'm gonna go design, screen 2, go to the 0 right here. And I'm gonna change it to 0, 0. Let's see if that lets me do anything. So run, await code, design, screen 2, did it save? Oh, that's the issue. It wasn't big enough. Oh, it wasn't a big enough box for it. So it wasn't showing the whole number. There we go. Now it's working. So if after you're done designing, you want to share it, of course you might want to rename it, but you can just click share at the top here. You can send it to your phone. Or publish online, type your phone number if you don't trust it, just scan the QR code or publish and then go to the whip link on the phone. If you wish, and it works just like a app on the App Store. But otherwise, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and definitely fill out that survey that I posted on the Twitch channel. Otherwise, have a good afternoon, everyone.